Hi everybody, and welcome back to Axion channel. So in this video we're going to look at how Axion is potentially the best passive income in 2021. So Axion is a cryptocurrency token. It's also a certificate of deposit, and it competes directly with banks and other cryptocurrency staking products. Now Axion is basically a supercharged certificate of deposit. It can make you potentially some huge returns. So let's have a look and check that out. So basically, Axion has a reward pool, and it has 8% inflation per annum going into it. It also has auction market buybacks that go into it each day, as there are auctions held each day that sell Axion for Ethereum. And Ethereum is used to buy more Axion on the marketplace, and that Axion is used to distribute back to the reward pool. So stakers who stake in the certificate deposit on Axion get 8% per annum inflation on a daily basis, as well as the Axion off the market buybacks that are done through auction Ethereum. So it's pretty clever. Those two mechanisms make the reward pool very attractive for stakers. So let's take a look at an example of the stake calculator to see how you can get those rewards. So if you had bought 10 million Axion and you staked it for 1 year or 365 days, then at the current share rate of 1.09, which is currently fixed, then you would get 9.2 million shares, plus because you stake for 1 year, every year you stake, you get a longer pays better bonus of 20% for your shares. So you'll get 11 million shares. Now shares are useful and the most important thing because they entitle you to the percentage of the reward pool. When this share rate starts to move up over the next few days and months and years, it will be harder to get shares. So staking today will get you more shares than someone who stakes in a week or a month's time. So you got 11 million shares. That's pretty good. That represents a percentage of the reward pool of 0.0045. That's pretty attractive. So let's have a look at the US dollar amount. So that 10 million Axion is currently worth $2.4 thousand or $2,440 US. Now in 365 days, based on the current reward pool size, it would then be worth $2,866, which is a $426 profit, or 17% APY. That's an annual percentage yield or return. So it's pretty outstanding. So that's a great passive income. Now, Axion has the potential to definitely be the best performing passive income in 2021. So let's check out how it might do that. So one way you can do that is by staking longer. That way you get the 20% bonus per year for shares, and you also get the big paydays. There are 5 big paydays which have Axion in them. They're like buckets of rewards that have Axion in them, and they get paid out every 350 days. So you have to be staked for 350 days to cross the first one. You need to be staked for 700 days to cross the second one, and so on over 5 years. So that's how you get the better one. So if we stake for 5 years, 1825, we will get 7 million more shares. For 20% each year, we get extra shares, so that's 100%. So 5 years times 20% is 100% more shares, and that's how that plays out. So you can see that a longer pays better bonus is basically slightly bigger than the basic shares that we had, which is outstanding. So we get 18 million shares. Now the percentage of the pool is now almost doubled at 0.0075, so which is really terrific. What's that done to our return? We've gone from $2,440 to $5,343. So we're now up 118%. The only thing that we mentioned is that we've gone from staking from 1 year to 5 years. So let's quickly work out what that return would be over a year. So 118% divided by 5 years equals 23.6%. So let's have a quick look at what we had at 365 years. If we staked just for short term, we had 17%, but if we stake for 5 years, our average would be 23.6%. That's an even better passive income for 2021. Obviously, if we actually increase the price as well, if the price jumped all the way from 0.000244 per Axion up to 1 cent per Axion, which is a huge jump, your $2,440 staked for 1 year would be 117 $8,469. Now, if you stake for 5 years, that would be an incredible $218,909, or a return over 5 years of $8,875. So some big opportunities to have massive passive income in the year. So let's say that the price did go to 1 cent during the year. Then you would have a return of $4,714 in the first year. So it's pretty exciting, the potential. So the potential, if you stake longer, you'll get more reward pool. And if the price goes up to towards 1 cent, or even halfway, even if it went up to 5 cents, half a cent, sorry, you would get up to $60,000. Now that has to be the best passive income for 2021. So what's in store on top of this? This is just the basic Axion, but on top of that, there's lots of initiatives. Chief among them is the venture capital auctions coming up, which will not only reward you Axion, but you will get rewarded wrapped Bitcoin. And we all know Bitcoin is the big crypto in the space, but you'd also get a whole bunch of other altcoins. And this is going to start pretty soon. So staking today would be huge in terms of getting all those benefits. Now I'm going to leave the video description for the certificate of deposit down in the description below, so you can watch, learn up about a certificate of deposit. It's got all the details. I'll also put in the video about an annual percentage yield, so you know what a return is for a certificate of deposit. And also I'm going to leave the link to this calculator so that you can play around with it and adjust all the amounts. So you can use the scroll bars too. You can adjust all the days and the share rate if you think you're going to stake later. But you basically can keep the share rate fixed if you like it. And you can also change the price around or take that off just to see what the current value is. And you can click on these information to see what the actual details are on each of them. So it's pretty neat. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the bonus material. So we're going to look at more in depth the actual calculations. So let's have a quick check this out. So basic shares, we had 9.1 million. So let's check that out. That's your basic shares are calculated by dividing the amount staked, which was 10 million at the top here, with the share rate, which is 1.09 at the moment. As the share rate slowly increases though, once it starts moving, this means staking early is far better for you. So it's better staked earlier than today. Let's do a quick calculation of how that works. So we've got 10 million. We've got 10 million divided by 1.09, which is the share rate. That gave us 9,174,311, which is this figure. So the next one we had was that you get a 20% bonus in shares for each year up to 15 years. So if we did 5 years, that'd be 100%. That's 5 times 20%. You get more shares. So the idea is to reward users for staking longer. The longer duration for their stake, the more shares are given as bonus. This bonus, as well as the maximum stake period, is capped at about 15.2 years of staking, or 5,555 days. So let's calculate how that works. So remember, we calculated the basic shares based on Axion divided by the share rate. So let's multiply that by 0.2 or 20%, and that would give us 1,834,862, which is what we have in our calculator. So that gives us a total amount of shares of 11,009,174, which is a percent of the reward pool was 0.0045. So let's have a look at that total shares. We can see that that's what amounts you receive. Used to calculate how much interest and dividends you receive each day. That's pretty neat. So that's each day over the 365 years, that 365 days, which accumulates a lot of interest and dividends. So let's have a look at this percentage of the reward pool. Based on your total shares, this is your percentage of the shares. If you have 1% here, you'll be getting 1% of all the dividends and interest, so it's pretty neat. Alright, so let's have a quick look at this initial cost. So the amount you stake of 10 million Axion multiplied by the current price of 0.000244. So that's the price per Axion in US cents, equals $2,440 US. And of course, based on the reward pool at the moment, and based on just the current price, by staking 10 million Axion for 365 days, you will earn approximately 1,746,949 Axion, and this equals a profit of $426 if price stays at the current price of 0.000244 cents per Axion. Of course, you can enable the simulator simulate future Axion price sliders, simulate how much profit you can make if Axion price changes. And of course that's what we did. We just clicked that and we moved the slider, and you can see the change in profit and percentage return. So pretty neat. That's the bonus material. Hope you enjoyed that. Obviously you can change the amount you want to stake. You can change the days to right to the 15 years to change the shares that you'll get and increase your percentage of the reward pool. And of course, if you think you're not going to stake today and the stake rate will go up, you can actually see how it reduces the amount of shares that you have if you stake later rather than earlier. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to subscribe, like and share. Hit the bell for further notifications. Of course, the videos for the certificate of deposit and this calculator link will be below. And of course the video for the APY. Subscribe, like and share. Hit the bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one.